Imagine being thrown into a dark well by your own brothers, sold as a slave in a foreign land, imprisoned for a crime you didn't commit, and yet you rise to become the most powerful man in Egypt. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, the most beautiful story ever told in the Qur'an. Prophet Yusuf was just a boy when he had an incredible dream. 11 stars, the sun, and the moon prostrating to him. He ran to his father, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam, to share it. "Father, I saw 11 stars and the sun and the moon bowing down to me." His father, a prophet himself, understood the dream's deep meaning, a sign of greatness. But he warned Yusuf, "Don't share this with your brothers," because they were already jealous of Yusuf alayhi salam because he was their stepbrother. His brothers, yes, his own brothers, plotted against him. One day, while out herding goats, they tossed him into a dry, dark well and left him to die. To cover their crime, they stained his shirt with goat's blood and told their father and said, "Father, a wolf ate Yusuf." Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam knew they were lying, but he chose patience and placed his trust in Allah. Meanwhile, a caravan was passing by the dry well. The people from the caravan came to the well to get some water, but what they found was Yusuf alayhi salam instead. They rescued him and took him with them as a slave. They later sold Yusuf alayhi salam in Egypt for a handful of silver. Yusuf ended up in the house of the Aziz, the chief officer of Egypt. But his trials weren't over. The wife of Aziz, Zuleika, became obsessed with Yusuf's beauty and tried to seduce him. But Yusuf alayhi salam, a true prophet, ran away from sin. As Yusuf tried to run away from Aziz's wife, Zuleika, she grabbed his shirt from behind to try to stop him, and the shirt ripped from the back. During this chaos, the Aziz arrived at the scene, and Zuleika falsely accused Yusuf alayhi salam. Allah Almighty offered a miracle to prove his innocence. A small baby in the house said to the Aziz, "If the shirt is torn from the front, then your wife is telling the truth, and if the shirt is torn from the back, then she is telling a lie." And of course the shirt was torn from the back, proving Yusuf's innocence. And yet still, he was thrown into prison. Even behind bars, Yusuf alayhi salam never lost hope. In the prison with him, there were 2 other men. One was a cook for a king, and another one was a wine server. They both were in prison because of an attempt to poison the king. One night, the 2 men had strange dreams. One saw himself serving wine to the king, and the other saw birds eating bread from his head. The men asked Yusuf alayhi salam to interpret their dream. Yusuf interpreted the dream, saying, "One of you will return to serve the king, the other will be executed." And that's exactly what happened, before the wine server was freed. Yusuf alayhi salam said to him, "Please, mention me to the king." But the server forgot. Years passed. Still, Yusuf waited patiently in the prison. Then, one night, the king of Egypt had a nightmare. 7 skinny cows eating 7 fat cows, 7 dry ears of corn, and 7 green ones. No one could explain it. That's when the servant remembered Yusuf alayhi salam. The server then told the king about Yusuf alayhi salam. The king sent the servant to Yusuf to ask him to interpret his dream. Yusuf interpreted, 7 years of abundance will be followed by 7 years of famine. Store the grain wisely. The king was amazed and offered to free Yusuf from prison. But Yusuf alayhi salam refused to leave prison until his innocence was proven. The women of Egypt, including Zuleika, confessed and testified that Yusuf was innocent, and finally Yusuf alayhi salam was a free man. Yusuf alayhi salam's interpretation of the dream came true. There was an abundance of food, followed by severe drought. And during this period, through series of events, Yusuf alayhi salam was reunited with his father Yaqub alayhi salam and brothers, including his maternal brother Binyamin. Yusuf alayhi salam helped his brothers and father during the drought and famine. His brothers, shamed by their past, were grateful for the aid Yusuf provided them. Then, the moment he had seen in his childhood dream came true. His parents and brothers prostrated before him. The 11 stars, the sun, and the moon had all bowed. The story of Prophet Yusuf, A.S., is not just beautiful, it's transformative. Patience in pain, integrity in temptation, forgiveness in power, and unwavering faith in Allah. The Qur'an calls it Ahsan al-Qasas, the best of stories. So the next time you face hardship, remember Yusuf alayhi salam. He went from a well to a prison to a palace by the will of Allah. With faith, patience, and purpose, even your darkest night can lead to the brightest dawn.